You know, if I heard this statement once, I've heard it 1,000 times. And by the way, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is YouTube. This is Pastor Dow. If I heard this statement once, I heard it 1,000 times. And I don't want to show you something because I'm gonna state facts to you. But I'm gonna show you what the mindset is. When we live in a world where for all these centuries they've been promoting the lie of a white Jesus, it's obvious that Jesus damn sure wasn't white. And I don't care how much you whitewash it. I don't care how much you paint the images. I don't care how much you turn around and try to make Cesare Borgia Jesus. It just simply ain't gonna happen. It's constituting a lie whenever you change the image of Jesus' flesh. That's all there is to it. So anytime, I mean, you can go to these Russian Orthodox churches and stuff. You can see, even up in those areas where they have a rich history of religion, that Jesus was black and Mary was black. Now, let's get to the real issue here. Whenever white people have a trouble admitting that Jesus was a man of color or black, they hate that they color black when you say that, because what that does is that removes them from being part of the family. And so their trump card in order to remove the blacks from that part of the family is to say that he was a Palestinian Jew. What the hell is that? What kind of damn monster in creation is that? There ain't no such thing as no damn Palestinian Jew in all the history of the Bible. See, that's what I'm talking about. The lie has been told so much that it's become the truth to you. And because you put it in your head, mentally, mental assent, you think that actually makes it the truth, when all you're doing is fabricating and constituting a lie. We tell the truth, according to John 8:32, when you shall know the truth, and you shall know the truth, and truth shall make you free. We tell the truth for the sake of honoring the truth. We don't need a whitewash history. We just need to tell it like it is. See, the problem is, in this country, is listen to me now, it's not white people, it's whiteness. It's what they're trying to do, is white supremacy and racism. And here we go again. I'm sure, boy, they gonna really get on me now. See, I told you he was a racist. Because, see, they first of all, number one, they too inept, too intelligently to have a discussion like this, because all they're gonna do is just deter you from the facts and the real true issues, why they will not speak to the truth that I'm putting forth here. For instance, throughout history, starting with Joseph, his brothers threw him into a pit. Another nation came by, and I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully that you will do some study, because many of you people believe the lie that Joseph's brothers sold him into slavery. Dang, if you believe that, how in the hell can you even acknowledge the truth? If you believe there's a damn Santa Claus, how can you even think about, in that kind of mindset, that you can actually even recognize the truth? If you believe that there were 2 by 2 of every kind that went on the ark, and Genesis 7 speaks totally contrary to that, how can you recognize the truth? How can you even say the truth? How can you acknowledge the truth when you have so many problems sitting in front of your perception? It's something. But Joseph ended up being in Mizraim. Now, everybody knows ancient Egypt. All you got to do is go back and look at the hieroglyphics. Tells you everything you need to know. Go look at the statues, the sphinxes, the whole culture of it. It's obvious that those ancient Egyptians had big lips like Pastor Dow's, wide noses like Pastor Dow, and they look just like some of my relatives, period, point blank. Well, what happens is white people get upset, because then if you say that, then that excludes them from being part of the original family of Yah. And that's just a fact. So they've come up with ways to deal with you wisely. All of you out there in the world. Why is it too painful to acknowledge the truth? What is it about it? And why is it that some things is comfortable for us to talk about and other things is not comfortable? Facts. Jesus was a black man. How you know that? History proves it out. And even more than anything, you people who say you believe in the Bible, I told you, most of you people would rather choke on your tongue and your spit and your saliva, your whole 9 yards, than to admit that Jesus was a black man. I live in a county up here. These people damn sure ain't gonna serve no black Jesus. I'm telling you that right now. And that's just all there is to it. They too racist to serve a black Jesus. They can't even acknowledge that he was black. Because if they acknowledge that he was black, that means they have to change their attitude towards me. Ooh, it's getting hot in here, ain't it? Joseph ended up in Egypt became, look at this, Zephaniah Paneah, second in command, only under Pharaoh and all of Egypt of Mizraim. His brothers, when they got there, if Joseph was a white man, and we all know that Egypt culturally was black, period. I mean black, period. You people are confused because after the conquest of the Europeans, Alexander the Greek, killing all the men in the what is commonly called the Middle East, raping the women, stealing the children, and making boy lovers out of them and everything else, and then straightening out the majority of the hair of all the Arabs, people, or the Palestinians that you call them today, and all these other people in this land. You think that you just fast forward to today and you say that's what Jesus looked like. And you have no ability whatsoever at all to use any discernment to go back. Anyway, Zephaniah Paneah, Joseph or Joseph, second in command. If he was a white man, and if Israel was white, boy, guess what? Ooh-wee. They'd have turned around, and his brothers would have said, look at Joseph up there. I know that that's Joseph up there. He's second in command. They would have recognized him right off the bat. Only one problem, though. They couldn't recognize Joseph. You know why? Because the Israelites looked just like the Egyptians. Oh, they were different nations, but they looked just like the Egyptians. Moses was raised and reared, even though he was a Hebrew, in Mizraim. I know you folks hate this, but I might as well tell the truth. There were no white people in Egypt. And Moses damn sure wasn't white. I don't care what Hollywood paints and what Charlton Heston and them is trying to represent. It's a lie. And you people need to, I'm telling you, you need to be careful to see if you are representing the father of lies when you cannot support and honor and defend the truth. You got personal problems in your heart. And you think that because your mental sin and the truth that you want to acknowledge is going to change the fact when you see the Most High come through those skies and start burning the hell out of all this earth, you're going to find out, and you're going to be utterly amazed and surprised when you see how he looks. If you want to know how he looks, go read Revelation, the first chapter. And to get it in order and context, read chapter 1 of Revelation, verses 10 through 15 to get it in context, and you're going to find out what Jesus looks like. Daniel also told you what it looked like too. But anyway, Moses in Mizraim, right? And Moses was a Hebrew, but he was raised as an Egyptian prince. Man, isn't that something? Woo! Not only that, the prophecy says in Hosea 11, out of Egypt I have called my son. You know who that was? That was Jesus, who you call Jesus. That was Jesus. Jesus, Joseph, and Miriam, you call Mary, her name was Miriam, his name was Joseph and not Joseph, including, you know, it's amazing when you come think about this. All of, with this European translation, all of the disciples, all of the Israelites, with the exception of the Old Testament, when you look at the New Testament, all of them have European names. You know his name was no damn Paul. His name wasn't Jesus. His name wasn't no Matthew. There was no Mark, no Luke, and no John. You people are amazing, boy. You're amazing. Ha! So anyway, they took Jesus and they took him into Mizraim until the death of Herod. Why did they go and turn and go into Egypt? Because Egypt at that time was black. They were black. They could hide amongst the people, blend right in. If Jesus was white, he'd have stuck out like a sore thumb, just like Joseph, just like Moses, and just like Paul. Paul, who you Christians love to death, twisting and lying on him, twisting his words. Paul, he was up in a place over in the book of Acts, and I'm just saying this stuff because I want you to go back and get clear. I want you to look at this stuff for yourself. And you tell me what difference does it make. Because I'm going to tell you, the difference is for sake of honoring the truth. And I think it's a very bizarre behavior that anytime truth come to your front door, you always come up with your and what difference does it make and stuff. I tell you what difference does it make. It makes so much of a difference that the people who are ruling the world now wanted to whitewash the truth. That's how much difference it makes. They wanted to paint an image and get you to think that this representation was something other than what the scripture says. Paul was mistaken for an Egyptian. So culturally, all the Israelites were black. you know, and when I say black, let me get this right, their hue was different shades of color. I know this is a lot for you people to stomach. You Christians, you can't do it. You can't do it. And you think, you Messianics, you Christians, you think by ignoring this that there's going to change everything. Wait till you see the King come. People say, it's flesh and blood, don't matter. Oh, it don't. It don't. Jesus came in the flesh. And if his flesh didn't matter so much, then why did they change his color? Even if we go with the argument that these people are trying to create today, which is nothing but a fabricated lie, that Jesus was a Palestinian Jew, whatever the hell that animal is, that is just nonsensical as hell. That's an oxymoron, big time. It's still, these people are people of color. And if that's the case, then why turn around and still promote a lie of a white Jesus? I know it's the same people that promote the lie that some fat man is going to come and break into somebody's damn house. 6 million people, 6 billion people worth every year. And when he breaks into their house and eat their cookies and drink their milk, he going to leave a present. It's the same people that promote a damn lie fairy tale that a deer, call it a reindeer, got a red nose and can actually pull a sled across the damn sky. And we don't want to take this from the children. I'm sorry. I'm not a hypocrite. I have not lied to my children about this ever. And I'm a parent, and I told my children, don't you ever lie to me. And when I said that to them, what kind of parent would I be, the hypocrite that I am, if I turn around and promoted lies and told them that the tooth fairy is going to come if you leave your tooth on the damn pedal? What the hell all this stuff come from? You know, when you think about it, this pisses you off. Because who is the father of lies? I know, ain't nothing wrong with a little white lie, is it? I know this truth is too powerful, way too powerful for you to stomach. And because you are not of the truth, you speak a lie because you represent the father of lies. There's no truth in him, never has abode in him whatsoever at all. And when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, because he is the father of lies. I'm going to say the same thing Jesus said. Now, which one of you going to get on here and start calling me all kind of names, saying all different types of demeaning words, disparaging comments, insults, slanders, accusations, bearing false witness, and sowing discord? Which one are you going to do that after you just got finished getting this brutal truth of a serious history lesson that you people, many of you, that you would rather choke and die to acknowledge? But guess what? It's going to be something when you see the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. When you see him come in flaming fire, and you're going to see that this man is a black man with white woolly hair. Ooh-wee. You better stop your racism and stop your race baiting. That's what you better do. I'm trying to save and help deliver people who are in captivity to the lies of religious tradition. Why does it hurt so bad? I mean, why does it hurt so bad to acknowledge the truth? I'm telling you people the reason why. Because for these people to choke and let it come out of their mouth that Jesus was a black man, that means that they have to accept the truth of their cultural genocide of a people. And that means that they have, guess what? That means that they have committed a genocide and evils that have been multiplied in this earth on Yah's people. And if that's the case, the prophecy's already said he's coming back to take vengeance on the wicked. That means he's going to destroy all you nations that have done all these evils to his people, because he come to save his people from their sins. Even with all this, I don't think that Many of you out there even got the humility to stomach what I just got finished saying. It's just too hard for that wicked heart of unbelief you got. Man. And you be the first one to say it ain't about color, but you'll still constitute the lie. Why not just tell the truth? There's enough black actors in this world. Enough black actors, definitely in America. But you go look at some of these old movies and stuff, man. They got these guys that they call them Lions of Judah. Men look just like me and my people. Hey, y'all, I'm the last person in the world that y'all gonna get quiet or to keep quiet. I'm not gonna brush issues under the rug to try to make you feel comfortable. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free, and the lie is the one that binds. I'm free. And so because I am free, I can talk about anything and have a pure conscience. If your heart condemns you, the book says he's greater than your heart that condemns you. But I think some of you are condemned already.